I'm taking yet another step to make my home smart. I got a Level Lock Plus. And let's take some time to do an unboxing and installation and show you what it's all about. But look who's over here watching. Waffles. Waffles. Say hi to everybody. Say hi. This is the Level Lock Plus. There are other varieties, but this is the one that works with the Apple HomeKey system. I got this for Christmas, so excited. This is the instruction. It's not even a booklet, it's just a brochure. And then this little pouch holds 2 cards that come with it that you can use instead of keys to tap onto the lock itself. NFC hotel style cards. They're pretty cool. Then as you take the top off the box, you'll see the contents of the lock set itself. In the little white box are the strike plates, some screws, a battery to power the smart features, and really heavy duty, really made well. This is the thumb, the latch. This is the internal motor and housing. This is the faceplate and the deadbolt itself. And then, of course, the key cylinder is last. The initial feel of everything is just such a high quality, heavy duty, solid metal, as you would expect, being that it is for, the door entry, particularly for most of us, our front doors. And so it's a nicely built, polished set, and pretty simple to assemble, which of course in just a moment I'm going to take some time and show you. Okay, the first step is you need to take off your old lock set. That's a big duh, right? So you want to make sure that you remove all the pieces and leave the hole nice and clean and ready to receive the new set. All right, I put the deadbolt into the door post. It was a little tight, so I used a rubber mallet to stick it in there, and then once I've screwed that in, I'm going to put the lock assembly motor inside there. But I realized I made an error. Okay, so I made an error putting in the deadbolt part of the lock with the motor. There is a little screw here that needs to go into this hole here, so I've got to turn this over and make sure that the motor can actually attach to the deadbolt. So, lessons learned. It's not a big deal, but, well, actually it might be now that I've wedged it in there. There we go. All right. So, see there's the screw hole, the receiving end, and it's got to go now that I've put it in with the mallet before, now it's going to go in. You might have to do a little trimming around this area here in order to get that to fit in based from your previous lock. Okay, now the screw tightens up. Perfect. Let's go ahead and put these screws back into the plate. The instructions make it clear everything should be hand tightened. You do not want to strip these screws. And so I'm always tempted to use my power screwdriver, but don't do it on this. Now we want to assemble the lock into the holes. Obviously, the key goes on the outside, Fits right into these holes there. And then making sure to take off the handle, you got to put this on the holes, because then you put in these screws. You put in these screws here to lock them together. Okay, there it is on the outside. All right, this is the paddle or the handle to turn the lock. It will snap on. There's a little hole on the bottom that you would insert a peg in to release it, because once you snap it on, it locks itself. Some sort of mechanism, I think, drops down into that hole. And now the lock works. So now it just is working as an actual regular deadbolt. But we take off this end, the end cap, we insert a battery in there, and that motor inside there has some smart capabilities that will power on. It comes with this one already set up, but it comes with a longer one in case it goes into your door further back, or if your lock is set further into the center of the door. All right, let's pop the battery in there. Oh, did you hear that? It woke up. All right, I didn't show you the strike plate. I should have. I actually had to bore out a bigger hole, wider hole from what my previous lock had, so that the deadbolt will insert into there easily. Works great. Now let's set up the smart features. All right, now to activate it, make it smart, you need to open the lock, the level lock app. Click add lock, and we're adding a level lock. I want to give this a name, front door, continue, home name. I'm not showing you my address, so we're gonna skip that part on screen. All right, I don't care about a photo from my home. It's searching for my level lock. It says it is found. It is that easy. We're going to connect with the location. The lock is now connected. I'm going to allow it to connect onto my device. And a firmware update is required, so let's go ahead and update the firmware. While you're doing this, it says to make sure you stay close to the lock. So it's transferring it from the phone now down to the lock. Transfers happened. Now it's installing. It's all going pretty quick. You probably can't see these numbers, they're so small, but it is happening pretty quickly. Oh, I'm hearing little beeps from the lock. That's cool. All right, firmware update is complete. Front door is now updated. We're going to continue. It works with Apple HomeKit or Amazon Sidewalk. We're going to add front door to our HomeKit, so it's part of my house. Apple wants me to use a setup code that came in the box. On the back of the instruction book is this QR code, which I'm not showing you entirely, but yeah, that's there. And now it is connecting to the accessory. This will allow me to use it within any automations I set up, or from the HomeKit app, but more importantly, to be able to use the smart key features. And now it is added. Now we're going to start the calibration, and that's part of the setup. So we're going to close the door and lock it fully. It knew that I've done that. Let's get a little closer. Now I'm going to unlock the door. I'm going to lock it fully again. And it is going through the calibration setup. Oh, okay, it didn't work as it was supposed to. And yet the smart feature worked. Okay, I clearly need to do some things on this. When you install it in the app, it goes through the calibration mode. For some reason, mine didn't calibrate, but there is the option in the settings to go back and try calibration again. My level lock has been calibrated and it is done. All right, there are a lot of other settings here. If you want to have it auto unlock or auto lock after certain amounts of time. I find that's a little dangerous if I'm working in the front yard and the door auto locks on me and maybe I don't have my phone with me. Yeah, I don't know. But there also are touch options as well. I'm less interested in that. So let's go ahead and look in HomeKit now. I've added it to my HomeKit and there it is, the level lock. I was super frustrated and so I want to share this with you. I wanted the home keys to show up in my wallet, and in the settings for the front door, I did not see anything that all the blogs said to choosing express mode or unlock with Face ID. Never saw any of those features anywhere, and I was so frustrated. Finally, I found a vlogger who was showing it, and he pulled down the app and this thing showed up on the top, new features for locks. That is frustrating. That took me so long to find because unless I actually pulled it down for a reset, it did not show up. So let's go ahead and set that up now. Tap to unlock with HomeKey. We want to continue. I want it on express mode. You could require Face ID or passcode, but I want express mode. It's doing its little thinking. And now it is done. The lock has been added to my house. Pop it open. And look at that, it unlocked. Press it again, and it locks. That works on the watch as well. And I don't even know if you need to open up the wallet. Let's just see. Nope, you don't even need to open the wallet. So if you have your phone and you've gone out for a run or a trip to the grocery store and you come back, you just tap your phone and the wallet opens up and locks and unlocks your door. That is so awesome. I love that. That's why I bought this lock. Love, love, love. Other than the one frustration of trying to get the home keys set up in the wallet, which I don't know why that's so difficult. It just is this hidden little box that pops up in the Home app, and none of the documentation says that when you're looking on the help files to figure it out. I don't know. But save yourself from some frustration and pull down on that screen so that that box pops up. So otherwise, it's very easy to set up, and the issues are not on the level lock side. That setup is beautiful. The issues are on the Apple side, trying to add it to your home. For me, the reason I wanted the lock was mostly so that I could just tap my phone to the lock and the door would open. I love that feature. When Apple announced it, I've wanted it. And there was another lock by Schlage that came out that I was waiting for so long. It's been out of stock for nearly a year, I think. And reviews were great on it. I wanted it so badly. But it was big, square, had a keypad built into it. I didn't really like the look. So when the Level Lock Plus came out and was in stock and had the HomeKey feature, it was a no-brainer for me. I don't have to deal with the number pad. Now, if you want a number pad, they do sell that as a separate accessory, and those are very useful, like for dog walkers or people coming to clean your house, or you just need to let a babysitter in last minute and you give them a temporary code. Those are fantastic. My life right now doesn't need that. So there are other ways that you can, grant access to other people. You can send the key to somebody who has an iPhone, so it adds to their wallet. You can share it. So that's something you can do. Additionally, the lock did come with 2 physical keys, which are useful. The limitation of physical keys, however, though, is if you give it to somebody for a temporary thing and they don't give it back to you, you can't revoke access. So to solve that, Level sent 2 of these in the kit. These are NFC cards, very much like modern hotel rooms. In fact, exactly like modern hotel rooms. And you just tap it on the door and it will open it up. The cool thing about these is when you add these in the Level Lock app, you can give it a time period, you can identify it, it's got a special code on the back, and you could give this to that person. And if they fail to give you the card back, you can, revoke access and disable the card. And so that's a much safer way. I suspect if you needed more of these, you can buy them. In any case, I hope that you like that. I'm not, the super nerdy, smart person that is, makes their channel based on smart home. I'm just the guy who's setting up our house, and I'm attracted by technology and the smart home features. And I'm just having fun making my home more custom. And so I hope you enjoyed this and my approach to doing a review and an explanation of this lock. And if you like that, would you like and subscribe and be part of my channel for all the different things that I do? Again, I don't focus just on smart home technology. I have art and Disney and lifestyle vlog, and this thing called a Ninja Foodie. I did a review on that. And so my channel is very broad in that way. So I'd love to have you be part of all the different things that I like to talk about. And thank you for joining me. Be good to others. Bye-bye.